Hello everyone. In this video we're going to see the solution to this question where we are being asked to evaluate the integral from 0 to 1 of the function given by the cube root of 1 minus x to the 7 minus the 7th root of 1 minus x cubed. So the way we're going to do this is first by considering one of these two terms. I'll take this first one. And we'll note that if I write this as y equal to 1 minus x to the 7 to the power of 1 over 3, then y of 0 is equal to 1 and y of 1 is equal to 0. Additionally, between 0 and 1, this is an increasing function of x, which means that this difference is a decreasing function of x. And the operation of taking a cube root is something which retains monotonicity. So this entire function is decreasing as a function of x. And so if we plot what it might look like, I'm not going to plot exactly what it'll look like, but it'll be something which more or less decreases monotonically between 0 and 1, like this. The point being that the function is invertible over this range and it doesn't achieve any minima or maxima. And the reason this is going to be important is we're going to rewrite the integral of the first part of this in a different form such that we get an equivalent, we get a different representation of the same quantity. In integrating from 0 to 1, we're basically moving along the x-axis like this and computing areas of infinitesimal rectangles that look like this. And the representation of this as given in the question is just the following. So the area under the curve looks something like this. Now, the relation between these two variables defines the curve as we have plotted there, but I can rewrite that relation in another way. Really, all I'm going to do is I'm going to solve for x in terms of y, and it gives me x is equal to 1 minus y cubed to the power of 1 over 7. So what I want to do is I want to write the area of this region here. Rather than integrating with respect to the x variable and moving along this axis, I want to integrate with respect to the y variable, meaning we move along this axis. And the appropriate expression for that is this. Okay, so all I've done here is I've written the area of the region under the curve in two different ways. One where we're integrating in the horizontal direction and one where we're integrating in the vertical direction. But within this integral, the quantity y represents a dummy variable, and so I can replace it with anything I want. In particular, I can just replace it with an x. Okay, and so what you see here, the original integral, or at least the integral of the first term that we started with in the original question, is equal to the integral of the second term from the original question. And so this whole thing, if we write it as a sum of two integrals or a difference of two integrals with the minus sign, they're just going to cancel out. So the integral from 0 to 1 of 1 minus x7 to the power of a third minus 1 minus x cubed to the power of 1 over 7 is equal to 0. If you want to see my thought process on how I came up with this solution, check out the video which is linked here. Thanks for watching.